that if it's nighttime in one server, it's going to be nighttime in the next server that you're in, the next server that you try. Hey, we've all survived day one. Well, that is lovely. I am trying a few other settings out, a few other different settings out now. I hope I don't have to mute this. Oh, yep, I do. That is lovely. I am trying a few other settings out. Yeah, sound good. Yeah, all right. My problem was I had something switched around, and that was it's a lot better to have your stream in 1080p and the frames per second in 30 frames per second. I had it switched. I had the frames per second by accident. I don't know how or why this ended up this way, because I never set it this way. But I had it the frames per second at 60, and my resolution was at 720, which is ridiculous. I mean, it truly is right now. It's just nowadays that's ridiculous at 720 with all the nearly every other person, just like a computer, owns a TV that's 1080p or better. My TVs only go to 1080p. They're just little 32-inch Visios, but nonetheless, even I can see the difference. Now wait a minute. What do we have here? Is this cotton or something, like cloth? Oh no, from over there, you see what I mean? It looked like it was. Okay, so, not expecting much. The title of this stream, Kicked While They're Down, that's referring, obviously, to the developers. Now, usually, I'm not on the developer side so much, because, it's their puppy, and if they want to release it, and get scrutinized for their game that they want to jump out there and release too early so they can get a pocket full of money, then that's their own fault. Completely. But that just wasn't the case for, why is this thing doing that? That just wasn't the case for A to Z Interactive, honestly. The version of the game that we're playing right now, just to put it in the Reader's Digest version, because there is a much more in-depth version. The version of the game that we're playing right now is actually meant for backers and testers. Hence, there's hardly nothing in it. It's meant it's for stress testing. It's to stress the game out with amount of players. Then you think, well, there's not hardly any players in the game, because there's nothing in it. True enough, but that's because it wasn't. This version of the game was not supposed to be on Steam. Oh, bleach. And we can thank Steam for that. It has nothing to do with A2Z Interactive. Actually, it does now because they're trying to fix it. Alright, crackers, distributor cap, nuts. They're trying to fix a lot of things, but mostly they're trying to fix the reasons of having this version of the game that we're playing for the first time, being the wrong one, not being the right one at all. But Steam does have the correct version. They just need to get up on their game and fix it. So in other words, all the flack that A2Z Interactive is getting on their store page, all of their reviews that are not recommended, it's really affecting them terribly and their reputation when they haven't even had a chance yet. And they had no idea that Steam released this version until it was negative review after negative review, and they noticed it, and by then it's too late. They've already, people's are, I'm refunding, and even A2Z Interactive on the last update's information panel had wrote, please do refund it. We don't want you to have this version of the game, and that, yes, absolutely refund it. I've never seen or heard of a developer telling the people that's bought their game to refund their game, and it's simply because we got the wrong one. We got the wrong game, guys, and that's it. That's just point blank. Does it happen often? No, this rarely ever happens. But we got the wrong one. The one we have is for backers and stress testing. I know because I'm a backer and a stress tester, and so there's not much gameplay you're going to get out of this game right now. Don't expect it. Not just the fact that it just released 2 days ago, but the fact that we simply have the wrong version. Half and majority, if not 70% of their gameplay elements are not even in it. So, you know, I mean, when I play a survival game, I'm used to like, okay, let's grab a couple of rocks, let's grab some, you know, even blades of grass or certain plants that could be used as twine, maybe, or some type of cloth. You know, not now. Truth be told, that's about every single survival game out there. That's what you do, from Ark to Rust to whatever. The moment you spawn, you can go from grabbing grass and plants to punching a tree to death. But it doesn't work that way for this game. They're taking a whole different take on the whole thing. Every single survival game I've played is let's build a base. Okay, well let's look at that in a more realistic fashion. If I was this person that I am right now as my game character, but in real life, zombies could be anywhere. Post-apocalyptic. I don't have all the skills in the world to know what I'm doing. So how in the world, like in the game Rust or Ark or any of those, would I be able to take a tool, cut this tree down within a few hits, and then make that tree into perfectly looking timbers to make gorgeous walls that are perfectly square? Okay, so finally a game company is not doing that. A development company is not doing that. This time we fortify the structures that are already in the map, which is the map's called Black Island, and there's over 400 structures to fortify at that. And you can really go above and beyond when it comes to fortifying them, all the way from power to, well, you can watch the videos yourselves, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do. And so you know, and then of course ATZ Interactive had this big hit on them when the game released that went completely wrong. It couldn't have went more sour, and it couldn't have went more south for them. And it stinks too, because you know, I was a backer tester for, I think, right at about 2.5 years, and I've talked to JB, the lead development guy, out of the 5 people. It's not many at all, and they're fantastic people. They're fantastic. I mean, they not only take the time to chat with the people that are interested in their game, but you know, they answer questions. They're not the type of developers that are like, well, you'll have to wait and find out. They don't ever say that. They answer whatever you want to hear. I'm wearing out. I need to find some water, some fluid, something. Let's see. Let's eat some of these there crackers. But the whole development team was just kick ass in Discord whenever I was in there, chatting with them left and right. And then I knew the game was going to be released. They were talking to me not until next year, second quarter of next year. And then the next thing I know, I see Survive the Nights on Steam. It's actually available. It doesn't just say soon. And you know, after a double take, I'm thinking, no, there's no way. Well, downloaded it, and here we are. But it all makes sense now once I realized, okay, this is the wrong version. Way to go, Steam. But guess what? All the game players, all the gamers, are looking at the development company, and it has nothing to do with them. They're trying to get it fixed, when Steam is just twiddling their thumbs. I mean, you got to think of it this way. If you've purchased the game and you want a refund, then get one and go about your way. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm so upset because I spent money, even though I'm getting that money back. I'm still upset, so I'm going to leave a review where I don't recommend this game. It's like, well, look, you paid for it, and we gave you your money back. But when you hit that don't recommend button on the review chart on their store page, that's permanent. I mean, you could change it and remove it, but what's the likelihood of you even remembering that you done that? Slim to none that you'll remember that you put that not recommended there. But guess who will remember it? The development team of just 5 people, because it's their full-time job. And if they lose the sales on this game, they lose a lot more than that. When you don't, you get your money back and everything. But when I say I'm talking about any gamer out there that has left a negative review on the game stating that there's no content, there's no loot, there's no this, there's no that, there's no this. They're stating all this and then claiming that it's never going to leave early access, that it's never going to leave the alpha stage. That's because it's not in alpha. It's not even supposed to be in early access. It's still supposed to be in stress testing. So now they're leaving no recommended or not recommended on their comments on the store page over stuff that's not supposed to be in there to begin with. And so other people read it and then they're not going to buy it. Or they're not going to, when I say buy it, I mean help support the development team. I don't know, it just drives me nuts how, about every single bit of that, 100% of that, because I mean, I understand there's options to have recommended or unrecommended. If you don't recommend a game, speak of the reasons as in stuff that the development team said would be in there. A2Z Interactive never said anything of the such. Any YouTube videos that they've shown that show all these gameplay elements, that's their versions for testing, and they've stated that on the YouTube video itself in the descriptions and everything. So it's just lack of people reading and understanding what they're looking at. This is the biggest rock area I've ever walked across, and for some reason my character just wants to go across it slow as piss. Okay, let's just eat some more chocolate cereal. Hydration's not too bad. I want to let my stamina build up just a little bit. I wonder if I crouch. Oh man, even people were saying they didn't recommend the game because you can't change the key bindings. That's because you're not a backer or a tester. You're just a gamer. So you don't understand how to change the key bindings. When you go to start the game, you hold the left alt key down, and there you go. You can change all the key bindings. It's people's lack of knowledge, and it could possibly ruin 5 people's lives and careers. And they don't think about it that way because a lot of them are using a family share account with daddy's account. Now this is for creating. So it's wanting us to create a campfire. I'm not saying this is a mission. It's not. It's just showing an example. And I wish whenever I hovered over these, it would show me what that is. Obviously, it's rocks, what it appears to be rocks, cloth of some kind, and just a bundle of wood. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. But we do start out with 5 56 rounds. Hint: add and remove items to the recipe by selecting add and minus next to their name in the right inventory page. Tools don't have to be added to the recipe, they just need to be in your inventory. Use the search feature above to find a craftable and what ingredient it requires. Okay, so we can actually just look it up. Well, that's pretty cool. I wonder to what degree. Like, let's see here. Because even if I look it up, I don't have any wood as it is, so what's the point of looking it up? Because I do know we're going to need a campfire. But even more so, it'd be nice just to have some sort of axe. Even if it was just a stone axe. Some sort of axe would be great. And I think it's getting dark. This is lovely. And see, I love this menu. I love this menu. That's how it would kind of be in real life, minus the perfect text, picture as if it was writing. That's how it'd be in real life, in a real survival. You'd write it all down. I mean, I love that kind of a menu. It's quick, it's fast, doesn't take up any overhead on graphic just for having a menu. I mean, it's awesome. They have a fantastic foundation, and even more than a foundation, but it's unfortunate that circumstances happen this way to where all we have from the developer is the foundation. So now they're tripping over themselves, working day and night basically gluing their game back together. And give us the version that Steam was supposed to have. Which then it's just a whole nother process that Steam has to go through to verify this, and that. What is my character doing? Is he still moving, or is he... Oh, wait. Nope, yep. What am I doing? My guy's just hopping up and down. Okay, now what I can do is I can still leave this server. For an example, as far as I know, my character will either just sit down on the ground or he will lay down. That's why when you see a bed, you can't necessarily sleep in it to make the night go by faster, but you can indeed log out safely. But I'm not really worried about anybody messing with my character. There's really not much they could take. But what I was wanting to kind of confirm for myself was if it's dark in this, I sign out and log into another server. Alright, there we go. Because apparently I got a quantity of 1 each. Why does it give me the option to drop? I'm currently carrying 45 pounds worth of stuff. And I know that's not that wind-up light. And I have picked up bleach. Okay, I just simply can't use it because I have a quantity of 1 for each one. So we should be able to... Well, minus rocks. I don't have rocks. I do have cardboard, though. Oh, what did that say? No tools are required. Item, cardboard, quantity 1. Oh, that's tinder. What? A bundle of tinder. Okay, so there's that. And... Oh, I wish that told me what that said. Is that sheet metal? What is that? No. No. What is the angle? Whoops. Now, I'm adding this shit to something. And honest to God, I don't know what it is. What are those? I'm assuming it because it just looks like it's rocks. That's crazy. Where did that stuff go that I just had? Oh, that's backpack. Definitely can't touch the salmon right now. It could kill us. Backpack currently carrying 45 pounds. Okay, well. And there's no third-person view as of right now. But I must admit, I'm in bumfuck Egypt. I truly am. And it's just having a hard time right this moment when I try to run. Now, did I pick up something there? Let's hold it now. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah, patience is a virtue that it's unfortunate that most Steam account players just simply don't have. And not just, well, not so much patience. That's a bit harsh. I mean, understanding of how stuff works. That's what they don't understand. And it is unfortunate that I really do wish that if there's a family shared account of any kind, they can't touch a game anywhere even similar to this. And and if that also means that the dad can't touch it either, well then he needs a different account. That's not a family shared. And if he wants his, son or daughter to be able to play games, then get them a Nintendo. Not early access games where these development companies are trying to make a living. They're taking a shot in the dark, just like other people and we do with YouTube. It's a shot in the dark. It's a 50-50. May not go through. It may completely fail, or it could be very successful. And I'll be damned if I had an 11-year-old just have a bad day so he wants to just screw it all up. That would be terrible. But it happens all the time. We should be able to join another server straight from this server. Sometimes. Sometimes the listing don't show up. Let's see if we hit. There's a little refresh button right there. It took me forever to find that button, by the way. No? No? Nothing? No? Now if I go to quit, still can't do server only. Let's see if they pop up this time. Negative. Anything on favorites? Sometimes you literally just gotta wait for a minute. And I've been trying different patterns, like hitting refresh, then going to history, then hitting refresh again, and then going to browser. And there's times where I'm looking at my other screen, and then suddenly the whole list pops up just out of nowhere. So let's see if we hit connect. I think it's just going to connect us right here. Or we may completely confuse it. But that's what the game's for right now, is to test the waters. This thing just keeps going on sleep mode. Let's see. What is it doing? Am I actually... Uh-oh. We may have to restart. We may have to restart. Okay, sorry, I'm fixing my VideoCast tablet so that way that's the way how I look at live comments on the screen. Oh crap, I'm doing something. I can see some bushes. Okay guys, I'll be right back. Let's try one more server. I'm going to stream it just for a little bit. Let's see what it does. Let's see where it spawns us at, because it's going to be completely random. And you never know, it could spawn us actually in a decent spot. That was the most loot I found.